A lot of activity in the tropics, and what's amazing is two systems so close together. You know, it's very frequent we see two named storms, but them so close together doesn't happen very often. Humberto is a Category 4, and Imelda well on its way to being a Cat 1. Now, things along the East Coast certainly looking far more positive. We were showing you the models even as of Friday, some indication of it may be turning. Then we saw all the models go that way, and thankfully now the East Coast breathing that sigh of relief. Hurricane Humberto did become a Cat 5 over the weekend, so it has peaked, starting to slowly weaken, but it is still a powerful Category 4. And the good news for Bermuda is that the core of the storm is going to stay off the island. It's not going to be passing right over, but still close enough that they're going to get some strong winds and heavy rainfall. Now, from Imelda, remember at one time this was supposed to be an East Coast concern, and that was going to get kind of absorbed into an upper system and then eventually dissipate. That is not the case anymore. Tropical storm Imelda, with convection thunderstorms getting well wrapped around the center, is well on its way to becoming a hurricane, and that is expected maybe as soon as tonight. Now, the problem for Bermuda, it is likely to pass directly over the island. Now, thankfully, as of right now, not likely as a major storm, but could be a Cat 1 to Cat 2 as it does so. So damage is certainly possible over the island as that storm, kind of a 1-2 punch from Humberto passing over and then Imelda following right behind. Now, elsewhere in the tropics, this is not something that the Hurricane Center is monitoring. However, this was something that some of the models, mainly the Euro, kind of was sniffing out. You do see a little low-level circulation, no thunderstorms around it, but it is in the Gulf. Something to watch, though. None of the models doing anything with it. What is interesting with the pattern change that we saw with regards to Imelda, we still had this upper trough deep and across the eastern United States. That was always expected, but the expectation was that Imelda would get kind of absorbed into that. That's not what happened. It drew in some very dry air and also created some strong wind shear. So Imelda is not going to be able to move into that. So it actually more or less feels the effects of Humberto in this deep upper trough and moves away from the East Coast. This leftover upper low, though, will play a role in our forecast. Once it starts to move over us, it creates a little bit more instability, and that, coupled with an eventual more easterly wind, starts sending in moisture, so clouds and rainfall begin coming back into the picture. Never a washout, though it does look to be maybe a little bit wetter Sunday and Monday with more moisture moving our way. That is what will help to knock our temperatures down. So the only fall feel we're going to get with temperatures in the mid-80s comes because of clouds and rainfall, not because of a cold front in our future.